Hey YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. I don't know if anyone's been paying attention to the price of gas. Price of gas is out of reach, people. I don't know. You know, the price of oil goes down. The more the price of oil goes down, the higher the price of gas goes up in more oil-dependent economy countries. Try to say it as basic and understandable as possible. I've invested in oil on and off for the last 15 years, on and off. I've gotten some pretty good gains writing out some stocks, but I've never seen gas prices reach this level. It's almost $1.60 a liter. So what happens is it starts becoming the norm in Vancouver. Then other cities outside of Vancouver start picking up that, well, that's the price in Vancouver. So, I mean, what's wrong with you? You know, that's normal, right? Then they start massaging people into believing that these prices are normal prices. So gas prices reach $1.57 a liter. Let's hear what they have to say.
Let's return now to record high gas
prices across Metro Vancouver. And CTV's David Malko. David, how much worse is it going to get?
Yeah, we'll have that number for you in just a second, but it's safe to say drivers here, well, they're not smiling about it because let's face it, it's hard to talk about the new normal when what's normal keeps changing.
I've had this car for about 20 years.
So Tony from Vancouver decided to take his '54 Cadillac for a cruise.
I've seen the prices, yes, and I'm not too happy, especially with this thing taking premium.
Prices for regular climbing to $157.9 per liter overnight.
Up it goes just like that.
The bill for premium,
$1.79 a liter. I just bought this like 6 months ago.
and Tanner Jensen from Langley now regrets his choice of car.
I wasn't thinking about the gas bill.
Now you're wishing you had something a little less fancy?
Definitely.
You've never paid this much in this area. You never paid this much anywhere.
Anywhere across North America, Dan McTeague says. The average price Monday across Greater Vancouver, $1.56 a liter. In the Fraser Valley and Squamish, $1.43. On the island, between $1.46 and $1.47. And across the border, just $1.15.
It's likely to go to $1.58.9 come Wednesday.
In part, he says, fueled by the rising price of crude, the falling value of the loonie, all on top of record U.S. demand, refineries switching to a more expensive summer blend, and a seasonal jump in drivers hitting the road.
I think we're looking at $1.62 for the end of the month of May.
I probably put $40 at a time now, hoping that it's gonna go down.
I bike, I push scooter, I walk. I only use my car when I actually need to.
$40 for 22 liters of fuel.
How far is that going to get you?
That might get me about an hour's cruising time.
Which means Tony's first cruise of the sunny season just might be his last. So $1.62 a liter by May long weekend. That's from the folks at GasBuddy.com. The original forecast was hitting 160 sometime this summer. If you listen to what Dan McTeague says, you look at the loonie, oil, a bunch of other factors, there is a chance, he says, we could hit that number, 160, as soon as this weekend. Ouch.
Ouch, yeah, ouch indeed. Thank you, David.
There you have it, folks. Now, I brought this up here, this oil chart, and I opened up the last 5 years, and I keep talking about this era right here. Remember this era right here when oil was about $1, gas was about $1.10, $1.05 a liter, just around $1 a liter, and the price of oil was $100 a barrel. And that's when we were fracking. Woo! Fracking like crazy. And boom, I remember when oil dropped, and everyone jumped on the bandwagon thinking it was going to go back up, and then it dropped again. I still remember this huge pitfall here, mid-2015, and then it started creeping back up. I invested around here, and then back in oil, and then sold around here, and then there it is right now today. So it's sad, you know. It's the last week here. It's just bouncing everywhere right now. So now let me get back to what my point was here. Remember back when it was up here and everyone was saying, yeah, well, no, the price of food needs to go up because look at the price of a barrel of oil and the transportation of the food and the fabrication of food and blah blah blah. Okay, but look at this, and then you know you got carbon taxes have to go up and this and that, and you know, and then And then, boom, oil goes to worth nothing. The price of gas even shoots up even higher. So this is something I've been getting to. So I did a lot of videos discussing the taxes and the hidden taxes and stuff. Something needs to supplement our economy. Our economy is based off housing and student loans and unsecured debt. That Canada's and it's gumshoed by people ripping each other off left and right and center, getting ripped off on anything you touch nowadays. You want to order something from something, it's screwed, or they don't send it, and you still have to pay it. Or you get your car fixed, they pretend to change a part, or a computer. Oh, I'm going to change the hard drive on it, and it's the same hard drive, and what they do is you need a new hard drive, but they just reformat it and clean it up and make it run better again. But they never offer you or give you the old parts, even though you own them. Like it's really scary where things are headed right now with this. People ripping each other off to get ahead. Insurance company giving you insurances you don't need so they can make some extra on the premiums and then when you cash in you need to cash in your insurance because there's an emergency, and they tell you where to go. So so this is what I'm talking about. It's this back in 13-14, if you guys remember, before the huge oil crash. And then Venezuela spiraled out of control. Angola spiraled out of control. Christ, a lot of countries spiraled out of control. Canada. But Canada had the housing market right here. And the housing market started to pick up and go nuts. It was around this time. It was high, but it went nuts right around the 2014. It went super nuts. Because the price of oil dropped and they needed to find ways, so they lowered rates to record lows to make up that deficit, you know what I'm saying? Hope you guys know what I'm trying to say here. So, that's it. $1.57, man. What do you guys think? It's a lot of mumbo jumbo. Oh, special blend of gas for summer, this, that. I don't know, guys. I think it's just a lot of hot air. Wow, it's cold in Vancouver. It's 11 scattered showers. It was like 20 here today in Merritt. Sunny, hot. Ooh, nothing special. Oh no. Yeah, look at that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is gonna be nice in Vancouver if you're living down there. Anyways, I'm not broadcasting the weather. Let me know what you guys think. What is the price of gas in your area? Is it like phenomenally out of control, nuts, going haywire? I'd like to know in the comment section. What are you paying in your area? If you're in the south if you're in Georgia, Mississippi, in those areas, North and South Carolina, maybe even northern Florida, I want to know what you're paying for gas down there per gallon, and then I'll do the math and see what it is per liter. Thanks for watching, guys.